Let's start by having you introduce yourself.
My name is Bambi Noble.
Bambi, how long have you been coming to Silver Creek Church?
3 months.
How did you hear about Silver Creek Church?
Through my friend Aaron. My son had all these different disabilities. I was crying and I was very angry, and I said, God, prove to me you're real. Prove this is true. Show me your son was real. Because I don't know that I can believe it. I had a battered childhood, drunken parents, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, whatever. How can you prove to me that life is going good when I'm going down with cancer now? What is going good in my life? I want you to have somebody show me you're real and someone to bring me to where I need to be. And it wasn't even about a week or two later, my boys got invited to a birthday party. She had seen me and she'd seen that I was kind of depressed, and she had stopped and talked to me. And we were talking about things, and she was crying and I was crying, and we were bringing up all of our hard times together. And she said, you know what? Maybe you should try coming to our church. And I said, maybe I should. And when I came here, I had this joyful, abundant, deep feeling that I was in the right spot, and I never felt so loved walking through the door. But here, it was just a positive influence. Very beneficial, very wonderful.
Bambi, what would you say to the person that's been thinking about inviting someone to church but finds themselves a little anxious?
I would say try your hardest, because you can't go wrong. There's no way to go wrong with God in your life.
My name is Erin Styler.
Erin, how long have you been coming to Silver Creek Church?
For almost 6 years now.
Erin, how did you meet Bambi?
My son was having a birthday party, and he wanted these boys from his class to go, and so I invited her, and she was from my hometown, so that of course opened it up a little bit to a little more, I guess, a little more comfortable conversation.
So when you got to the party, what was some of the conversation that you had?
I asked how her sister was doing and whatnot, and that kind of started with her relationship with her family, and I shared about my life with Jacob and what the struggles we've gone through with his cancer, and so it was just easy for us to kind of open up with each other and share our feelings with one another.
Erin, you and I have had conversations before where you've told me that you had a sense that God was challenging you to talk with someone about Him. What did you sense that day about your conversation with Bambi?
It was a little easier that day once things kind of went along a little further in talking with her, and so I just kept praying for her, and I knew I was supposed to ask her to come to church, and one day she said something about her struggles and what she was going through at that time, and it might have been depression, and it was just like in my ear, like, ask her, and it's so easy just to push that voice away because of being uncomfortable, but thankfully I chose to listen and obey, and so I asked her, and I guess I'm afraid of rejection to her saying, why would I want to go, but she was right away, yes, thank you, very excited about it.
How has it made you feel now, seeing her come to church and seeing her get involved here at Silver Creek?
Obviously very thankful that I actually listened, because she'd probably be here, I mean, hopefully she would be at some other church or somewhere, but she's here, and so it's also nice to see what obeying does. I mean, there's the results of it are right next to me.